Isekai.
Bringing you the finest entertainment on this side of the void. Game reviews, movie reviews, tales and myths from the supernatural unknown, unsavory food reviews, clown world news, and much more, all wrapped up in one extremely mediocre yet morbidly amusing online television channel, the Shady Gamer Channel. Entertainment, but not for everyone.
Ah yes, Atsusacon, the weeaboo central of the world. And by world I mean Belgium, and by Belgium I mean Flanders. And by Weeaboo Central, I mean a medium-sized anime convention held for a weekend in July. Taking place in Ghent, one must traverse through the magical Citadel Park, also known for its infamous nightly activities, which I can't name or YouTube will snipe me faster than an internet warrior trying to Naruto run into Area 51. Anyway, at the crack of dawn, I hopped on an empty morning train, en route for Ghent, picking up Nelios at one of the many stops along the Belgian wasteland. We arrived at Atsusacon 30 minutes before it opened, so we got a caffeine boost by purchasing a cup of iced coffee from a fun little food stall selling Japanese snacks and drinks outside of the convention. After consuming the liquid black gold, the doors opened ominously. Not really, they just kinda opened, as doors do. Kickstarting our unholy quest to explore Atsusacon. The main floor was the dealer room, while a lot smaller than the ones at cons the likes of Facts, the dealer room of Atsusacon seemed more cozy and inviting. While obviously not the same, it had an almost flea market-esque vibe. And again, for the record, I mean that in a positive way. In the back you also had our friends from Retrovault offering visitors a fun gaming session during their shopping. There was also some sort of food court situation going on next to the dealer room, selling cup noodle, croque monsieur and pretty pricey bubble tea. Of course, most things are overpriced at conventions, for does the age-old saying not state that a weeb and their parents' money are easily parted at an anime convention. Moving on to the first floor, taking the escalator because stairs are for plebs, we discovered kinda nothing. Okay, it had an info desk and the auditorium where I assume they held a cosplay contest and other performances. At the time we were there, it seemed a cosplay catwalk was being prepared. And if you thought I was going to sit through a whole ass cosplay catwalk thing, well...
What are you, retarded? So I know you're not retarded, but what are you, Down syndrome?
Onward to the second floor it was. This floor hosted a bunch of activities such as shogi and oshi and other fabulous names. And no, those aren't Japanese swear words. They're strategy games like chess. But if you prefer to go on a quest with your level 1 bearded dwarf lady or send someone to the Shadow Realm with your blue-eyed white dragon...
Setting 3 cards face down!
You know you got 4 darks.
My turn is over. Activate 3 blasting the ruins!
You could join in on a game of D&D and Yu-Gi-Oh! There were also several people present representing the local community of these games, inviting people to learn and play, which was a nice extra. There was also another small video game corner and a room dedicated to K-pop or J-pop or I don't know, I think my knowledge of Asian songs doesn't really extend beyond anime theme songs. After bumbling through the convention floors, we retreated back outside to enjoy lunch, which consisted of Game Fuel gummies, a can of Japanese strawberry yogurt Fanta and delicious matcha cookies. A healthy, well-balanced meal indeed. After some more meandering on the convention, we called it a day. Sounds like I'm writing about my day in a fucking diary. When it all comes down to it, it's pretty clear Atsusacon is aimed at a specific crowd. Anime fans. So a large part of the general crowd that visits the big all-round conventions won't find their groove here. You won't bump into any Star Wars memorabilia collectors or retro video game hunters at Atsusacon. And that's just fine. We could do with more niche conventions to counter the corporate copy and paste cookie cutter conventions that spawn from the idea of making a quick buck. Sure, I make fun of Atsusacon and it can be pretty cringy, but I must commend them for daring to do their own thing. There is passion behind the organization of this Japan-obsessed event with a focus on giving people an experience with activities, concerts, contests and workshops. For weebs, otakus and people whose anime fantasies will be crushed when they actually visit Japan, for these crowds Atsusacon is most likely, as they would say in the early 2000s, the place to be. For the average fan of anime, manga, Japan and everything in between, Atsusacon is well worth a one-day visit.